Just because a guy, by the way, if a guy calls you beautiful or whatever, that doesn't mean like you're in the same way that like if your mom,
they want to fuck, right?
Like your mom's like, oh my God, you're so handsome, you're so beautiful. Like that doesn't mean.
You say my mom fucking lies to me?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
It's just fucking hurt my feelings, Brian. She just told me I was handsome today. So who's a good boy? He's a very handsome boy. Is she lying?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. But I again, can you think of a female celebrity who you think is a 9?
Sorry, I'm just trying to think.
How about a male celebrity who's a 9? 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Male celebrity.
Male celebrity. I don't know. I would say maybe like Glenn Powell.
Anybody else who?
Ryan Gosling.
I see Glenn Powell, Ryan Gosling, another 9. You know what? Ryan Gosling's perfect. So just to be clear, your self-assessment of your own physical attractiveness puts you on obviously he's a male. There's difference, but wait, Nick, Google Glenn Powell, image search it, please. Your league is Ryan Gosling and Glenn Powell. You can just stare at me, or you
no,
can.
I mean,
that's your league.
I guess I've dated men that are as attractive as them.
But when you say dated, what do you mean dated?
Like a long-term relationship with a man that was as attractive as those men.
You dated men who were just as attractive as Ryan Gosling.
Yes, I have.
And Glenn Powell. Nick, do you have a photo of Glenn Powell? So, and also like the body too, like that physically fit, like top 1% male.
Yes, I have dated men like that.
I'm not trying to be rude. Like I'm aware. I'm overweight right now. I'm chubby. My dear, you're overweight.
I'm aware of that.
How could you be a 9?
Because I'm not always overweight. Just because I'm.
You're currently overweight. You said I'm currently a 9.
Okay.
Well,
no.
I understand.
But how are you a 9?
I understand. When I said after, that was my own belief in how I see myself. Whenever we went to the point of if it was 100,000 men voting me, I said a 6.
I'm sorry. I also would like to jump in. I want to say, and I don't know how to word these in ways that don't seem personal. I would argue you're more attractive than Glenn Powell and less attractive than Ryan Gosling, right?
Wait,
well, my point
she's
here,
more attractive
than Glenn Powell, yes, genuinely 100%. I pinky promise you. Now, what I'm saying here is I wouldn't rate. I would rate both of them at other numbers than 9s, right? And that's not relevant to the conversation, but. She rated them both at 9. All of our standards are different. We're all looking at the same pictures and seeing different things. Mm-hmm. Like, I personally don't think that Glenn Powell's body is the most attractive body a guy can have.
Give me the 9.
I didn't say it was the most
I'll
attractive.
tell you what. I'll just grant this for a second. Who's the 9 for you?
Of men?
Mm-hmm. That we can pull up.
On it, I do think that Ryan Gosling does land at a 9, most likely.
What about Glenn Powell?
Glenn Powell, I would say probably around 6.
Okay, now give us a new name that's not either of them that you would rate a 9.
That I would rate a 9?
Could be a singer, could be whoever.
Harry Styles, I guess.
Harry Styles.
I find him to be very attractive.
Glenn Powell.
This has been an argument with my friends for a long time. I think Glenn Powell is not very attractive.
Where like I can say that he's like societally very attractive, but he's like not attractive to me. And like the celebrity I would think of would probably not be attractive to other people. Like my ideal.
Yeah,
okay,
I
who's
mean,
that?
Manny Montana.
Who's that?
Well, you can't see him right now, but like he's probably not everyone's 10.
This is just like I do genuinely wholeheartedly believe she is out of Glenn Powell's league.
Makes sense.
She would be settling for Glenn Powell.
I don't.
Looks-wise.
Looks-wise, yes.
So, what about body? Just strictly body. So, okay, maybe you're doing a face assessment. So, again, I'm not trying to be insulted. Like, I'm fucking overweight. I'm a fatty. I get it. She's overweight. At least in the photos that we saw of Glenn Powell, the guy's like top 1% in terms of body.
I personally don't find his body type very physically attractive, but that's just a me thing.
He's physically fit.
Yeah, I think that being fit is a good thing. Yeah, but I don't think that
What constitutes male attractiveness as it relates to body?
Well, can you pull up the
Absent
pictures again, and I can really reevaluate? Because I think too much muscle definition isn't really my thing personally.
He's not a bodybuilder.
Yeah, he's not.
Maybe I
He's
didn't
just
take
like
a very good
really
look at it. I don't look up photos of him on my spare time. You pulled it up.
What
There was a shirtless
constitutes-
picture of him chiseled as fuck.
What
Like,
constitutes like a attractive male body to you? Like more towards fat versus fit?
I tend to lean toward leaner. I find muscle
Glenn Powell.
attractive. I think too much muscle is unattractive.
Glenn
I
Powell.
think that.
These are all Glenn Powell features.
Can you? I'm sorry. I would love for you to pull him back up. I got a tiny glimpse at the shirtless
Like,
photo.
You
of
know what's
him.
actually interesting? When we make this discussion about body, we're talking objective, subjective, or universal. There's really compelling arguments as to the subjectivity of like facial attractiveness. That's much more nuanced, and there's much more cultural differences. However, when it comes to assessments, at least of male peak physical attractiveness as assessed by women. And again, look, I actually think women prefer the like super bodybuilder, like maybe for fitness girls, they like the like full on super gigantic bodybuilder types.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
I think there's
ground.
like very clear universality. Women will continually move towards physical fitness.
Yes.
As it relates to body attractiveness. So this doesn't mean like super giant, but if he's got some
fit.
degree of muscle
Yeah, he's
definition and
fit.
fitness, that's
I think it
that's-
tells you about abilities and like where your discipline lies. Like it tells you more about their mind when you can see how someone takes care of themselves.
I would argue in extreme cases it does. Like if someone, who looks like you, I can make assumptions about your lifestyle, right? But I do definitely think that people can have very similar lifestyles and still look relatively different. Again, the extremes obviously do show things about
They're
your
not
life.
really going to be looking relatively different if one's in the
Input
gym
outputs.
every 2 days and the other one's not.
Yeah, that's the extreme. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's not the extreme.
I do think the
We're talking about people who just have like they're basically taking care of themselves, and then those who aren't. And it is the case that you can have what's called skinny fat. We all know exactly what fucking skinny fat is. Okay, there's no muscle tone, there's no nothing, right? They're skinny, but it's squishy. And so the thing is like it is the case objectively. If you have women rate men, right, especially on body type, Brian's absolutely right about this. And there's actual data on this from dating apps. If the man is moved towards the lean side, not necessarily the bodybuilder, he's right about that too. They don't have to be huge, but if they move towards the lean side, especially if they have a flat stomach and they have good muscle tone, there's almost universal agreement, then that's better than dad bod.
Sure. Like there are general preferences. I didn't argue that. But I mean, okay, I have a question for you in like
Yeah.
in a very genuine sense. Do you
Sure.
think that you could take a good guess at how often I am in the gym? And I promise you I won't be offended.
Not that often. At least not if you're doing strength training. Not that often.
Not if I'm doing strength training. Do you mean if my goal is to gain muscle, I'm not in the gym very often?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to know if you're right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so.
Well, you wouldn't say so to any truth, though. When you say I wouldn't
Why
say
is it
so,
that
can
you
I just ask you this?
Yes.
How many fucking times are you in the gym doing strength training?
Doing strength training? As
Yeah.
of the last 2 weeks, not so much. I've been working
Yeah.
40 hours a week.
So, so you could have just said, Andrew.
No, but I am
you're
going to
right.
argue. I am going to argue.
Andrew, you're
no,
right,
I am
but you
gonna
couldn't
argue.
do it.
I am going to argue with you that in the past 2 weeks, my body has not changed significantly.
That's true.
The time in
which makes me think before
hey,
those 2 weeks.
I would love to
you
finish what I was
also
saying.
didn't.
It would be really great.
Yeah, I know,
if you
but
wouldn't mind.
I need some
Okay,
concessions.
so
though.
here's the conversation we're going to have.
Okay.
Over the summer,
I
for
can't wait to hear the
for
conversation we're going to have.
For 3 months consecutively, I was in the gym at least every other day. Genuinely without any faults. I looked
What
the
does
exact
that
same as I
mean,
do
though?
now.
What does that
Yeah.
mean? Doing what?
Doesn't mean anything. Were you
It
doing
depends
strength
on the.
training? Were you doing cardio?
Do we
or
want
were you doing
to
strength
talk about my
training?
push days, my pull days, my leg days, or my cardio days? Which one?
Let's talk about your strength days.
Which is 3 of the 4 categories. I
Yeah,
just
and
listed.
how often were you in there doing strength training?
3 days out of a week.
And what did that look like?
I mean, my leg days, I was doing the leg presses. I don't know the names of the machine, but I can
You
describe
don't know
them.
that. You don't know the names.
No,
You take your gym life real serious.
You're wearing cargo pants, and we've seen the upper half of your body.
Yes.
Asking the question of Andrew, do you think I work out? First off,
My
women
point
don't
is
put
you
on
can't
upper
tell.
body musculature.
That's my point.
nearly
You
to the
can't
same-
tell.
Yeah, but men don't give a fuck about your like arm.
No, what I'm not claiming that it looks better or
men
worse.
care-
I'm claiming that it's not
Question.
representative of lifestyle.
I feel like I can tell. Actually, I do feel like I can kind of tell if a woman is doing strength training or not by definition. And yeah, I don't think you are. Or if you are, you're not doing
I think that during
much.
the times in my life when I was doing significantly more strength training than I am now, and I'm not saying that I was ever buff. I wasn't. But
I'm
during
not
the-
even talking about buff. I'm talking about
Okay,
shape. There's
what I'm
body
trying to tell you
shapes.
is there were times in my life that I genuinely was significantly more active than I am now. I was genuinely strength training. I was dieted. I was paying attention to protein. Who does that? Anyways,
Don't map-
but
don't-
I looked the same as I do now.
Don't map on men's. You're doing this thing that's really common.
What
I
thing
think
am I
women
doing?
think about the things that they're attracted to in men, and then they map that onto what they think men are attracted to. So you're saying, well, I'm in the gym and I'm doing push and pull and I'm working your upper body. Men don't give a fuck about like your
I don't
upper body
care.
muscle definition.
I don't care.
It's not an attraction trigger for men.
I don't care.
We're talking about looks.
No, the argument
We're
was whether or
talking
not
about
looks are
looks.
representative of lifestyle. I'm not arguing whether or not it's attractive.
think they
then I
are.
don't care about that.
Hang on. If they're not, then what is your first assumption when you see someone who's fat?
Genuinely, unless it is an extreme length, I do not make assumptions. I have
I
known.
don't mean fat. I don't mean you got a gut. I mean you're fat.
If it is to an extreme length, yeah, you can make the
I'm not even
assumption that
meaning an extreme length. They're like 40 pounds overweight, 30 pounds overweight. They're not 100 pounds overweight.
I mean, I don't
you
actually-
make no pre-assumptions.
no.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
really know what 40 pounds looks like in practice.
All right.
I can't picture that.
I think women need to wake up. Women need a wake up
40
call.
is he 40 pounds overweight? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
He said
I'm 40 pounds overweight for sure.
Okay, yeah,
I should be 40 pounds less.
okay. Then I guess if someone's 40 pounds overweight, I would make a lifestyle judgment.
There you go.
funny how that works.
Well, I didn't make a claim before because I said I couldn't picture it. Now I can picture it, so I can make
She's
a claim.
picturing it. Love it. I think women need a wake up call and realize that they're not nearly as attractive as they think they are. Nick, you'll pull up the Discord here in just a moment. I also think if we lined up every woman on earth and put her next to her male looks equivalent, 99% of women would be completely mortified. I think
with no makeup especially.
the average woman doesn't realize she's average. Thus, the average woman does not want to date the average man, even though that is her league.
Can I give a great example of this? Mm-hmm. Okay, so, and again, none of this is designed to be mean. All we're trying to do is talk about when it comes to dating or when it comes to relationships, that people often have, especially women, a much greater kind of idea about themselves than they should. And that's just because all women get male attention all the time. And it doesn't really matter how fucking ugly they are or how fat they are, they get male attention. They do. So the thing is like, I know what my DMs look like. I don't even want to know what her DMs look like. Okay, but I can fucking tell you that she has 3 secretaries. Okay, so the thing is like, and you probably need a secretary, and all of you probably need a secretary to go through all of your DMs, right? That's how it works.
Not a secretary, but like, yeah, there's like.
Yeah, there's a fucking
DMs.
lot. Okay, but that's not you. That's every fucking woman. And it's not you.
Not every woman has.
No, it's every woman. I'm telling you.
Every woman who posts actively on
Yes,
social
if you
media
pass- if you're po-
and
yeah,
doesn't
it's
look
every
like
woman.
Quasimodo.
Is that a guess, or
And
because
here's-
she literally has 3 people?
Yeah, well, it was a guess. Okay, I'm just basing it on popularity, right? Versus that. I'm pretty good at it at this
But don't
point.
you think more
Hang on.
attractive-
Let me finish what I'm
Go ahead,
saying.
go ahead.
To the viewer out there who's watching this right now, I'm going to tell you a bunch of things that they think that aren't fucking true at all. Okay. Mm-hmm. None of you look on that screen like you look when I'm looking at you. None of you. None of you look anything like that. There's enhancement due to the lighting, due to the makeup, due to everything that makes you very photogenic, above and beyond what you actually look like in person. Now, I know how that sounds, but
feel like the
hang on.
charisma
Let me
is
finish. None of you, right? I actually do look about the same, right? Whether you're looking at me there or here, I look about the same.
I
Brian,
think you look better in person.
maybe. I might actually look better here
I feel
than
like
I do
I
there.
look better in person.
But the thing is like, I'm telling you, it does, the makeup and everything else does a huge number. And then there's the clothing. So I wear what's comfortable, right? Not what makes me look great. I wear what's comfortable. Women, they tend to wear, and they spend hours making sure that their clothing presents them in the best light possible. Okay? Let me ask you this, and I'm going to hope to God you guys tell me the truth, but I'm going to hope. How long did it take you to pick your outfit for today's show?
10 minutes.
Okay, that might be true. You?
10 minutes, but it took longer to actually make it wearable because it was ruined before.
How much time did you spend on your makeup?
20.
Oh,
Oops.
oh gosh.
Ah, damn.
I'm so sorry. It was like trying to creep through a tiny little space.
And then how much time did you spend on your makeup?
Probably about 40 minutes.
Don't toss that.
How much time did
Zero
you
on
spend?
makeup.
I figured
10 or
it.
15 on picking the suit after the color recommendation.
How much time did you spend on your makeup?
I'm not wearing makeup.
Yeah, none?
I promise you, I'm not.
Okay. And then clothes, you just threw on whatever?
I
There
picked
was
a
a
shirt
top
out of the
on
back of
wall.
my car so I wouldn't have to stop home.
Okay.
I just have mascara on and like lip gloss. Like
And then-
literally, I don't wear
okay.
makeup at all.
Got it. And then he didn't make any selection for clothing?
This I picked out sooner. Went through a few outfits, but I wanted to be a little more modest. And again, I have self-harm scars, so I was in between on, like, I just wanted.
How
to be
much
a little
time?
more- Well, I live in Chicago, so I packed my outfit like 2 weeks ago.
How much time did you spend picking it, though?
Probably like 30 minutes to an hour, because I again went through a few outfits.
I spent like 40 minutes on my makeup and like less than 5 on picking out my outfit, which is unusual. I usually am more picky with what I wear, but
Yeah.
I was running out the door. So
Yeah. And then over here?
10 minutes on my makeup and probably I went through a few different outfit choices in my head over the past few days contemplating, but this morning I wanted to go with something that was comfortable. 10-minute choice.
And then here?
No makeup, and my boyfriend chose my dress.
Okay, got it. The point is, though, is like, I spent exactly 30 seconds picking my fucking outfit and then ran out the door and came over here, right? I combed my hair. That was it. It took about 1 minute, right? The distinction is that I guess what I'm trying to demonstrate is that it's not just the idea that everything is photogenic and enhanced and there's makeup involved and there's outfit selection involved. There's also augmentation that's usually involved. Women have all sorts of augmentations that they give themselves constantly. Boob enhancements, butt enhancements, liposuction, all kinds of shit, right? Men don't do any of that. And I feel like if none of that is present to equalize, right, that generally I actually don't know that women in modernity are the fairer sex. And I'm not actually confident that that it is the case that this kind of like overwhelming sense that they have that they're just gorgeous, all of them seem to think so, is justified or founded.